All right. Good evening, everyone. We're just doing a little impromptu live stream here. So, we're going to keep working on our trading and see if we can't get the gears we need to buy our elk mount. We have pretty much everything we need for that. Or, well, as far as getting the mount, we just now need the gears. But we've got bread we're going to take with us to sell. We've got some ingots we just made that we're going to use to make some more nails and strips to sell. And actually, when I'm sitting here thinking about it, well, I hate to use some of my tin bronze for this. We're going to go ahead and do this anyways. Let's grab a couple ingots, or pieces of coal there. So, our goal is to get 50 gears to get the elk mount. So here, I'm going to move my rope around a little bit. Just reorganizing my stuff here. There we go. So we're going to head out on a bit of a journey to go and get this thing done. How many? You got 36 left there. Did I pick these up yet? No. We gotta wait till those harden. Because I'm also gonna make those business bronze ingots into nails and strips as well. We're gonna go sell those to some commodities traders nearby and some furniture traders. Because I want to get that elk mount before we go over to the lazarette for the next part of the story. So, if you're a first time viewer, thanks for joining us. This is my vanilla series that I've been working on, and when I'm doing some of the more relaxing bits of the game and all, I like to stream sometimes. I hope everyone's having a good evening. It's Halloween where I'm at, and, you know, some kids are out trick-or-treating and stuff, but most of them have packed it up for the night. And let's see here, nails and strips. There we go. I just have this little pattern I like to do when I'm making nails and strips. And yeah, and if you're watching, you can probably see the durability on my hammer is about done. But it's alright, because I got another one right here. It's brand new. And while I could have gone ahead and cut out those little mill sections there, I like to wait until I've got the basic structure done before I do that. Yeah. I had meant to reload the coal, but it'll be alright. Alright. But welcome. I can see I have a few viewers out there. Hope y'all are having a good day. Or evening, or night, whatever time it is where you're at. So, we've got 23 of the gears we need to trade for the elk right now. I had 40, but I made some bad trades earlier thinking I was going to make some profit on them. And failed. And if you're hearing sneezing in the background, that is my cat who's hit me from across the room just now with the sneeze. Good lord, cat. You alright over there, cat? Alright. Cat's calmed it down. I think she's alright now. She's the queen of sneezing in our house. Alright. Stack these up. Are these cool enough for me to get? Yes. Yep. Yeah, I wanted some bismuth bronze nails and strips as well. There we go. Gonna go quench these ones here while we wait for those to go. Oh, come on, into the water, please. This is my little impromptu well here in my kind of the back of my kitchen there. There we go. Two of them got picked back up. I was wondering why I was like, I only had 6 cooled ones there. Alright. There we go. We'll be setting sail here in a few minutes. Basically, as soon as this is done, we're going to go back over to the sailboat. And we're going to sail over to this furniture trader and sell them a couple nails and strips there. Because he'll buy some of the bismuth bronze and tin bronze ones. And then we're going to sail all the way around south here. Over to this treasure hunter trader to sell them some bread. And see what these survival traders will trade with us for. I know they'll buy, some of them will buy feathers, and we've also got some leather that we're going to try and sell. So, there we go. Alright. Let's go ahead and get our nails and strips going here. I know it's a lot faster if you have plates made, but I don't have a hell of a hammer yet, and I'm not going to sit here and just hammer out plates to do this. In case you're wondering. Actually, one of the things I'm kind of waiting on my next flax crop to come in for is to improve my windmill enough to get a hell of a hammer set up and a pulverizer. Because I'm also getting close to the point where I could start considering making steel tools. I'm going to probably need to get a bit more iron set up here before I do that. I mean, I have iron, but more iron would be better. More iron's always better. Yep, grab both of these. Here we go. Having a hell of a hammer would also be nice to help me process iron faster. So, lots of things we want to get done in this series. Some of them are firsts for me, like this is actually the first series of Vintage Story where I've successfully built a windmill. One of the things I'm excited about, though, is they're talking about the next update, which is, this is just the early stages. They haven't actually like sat down and started writing the code for it as far as I'm aware, but they've been discussing what they want to add to the game in the next update. They've been talking about adding rivers. And with the rivers, possibly, the idea comes for maybe water wheels as well, which would be a nice addition to the game. So, the community is very excited about that, especially because that also means things like fishing. They've had fish in the game for a while now. As a matter of fact, just a couple patches ago, they expanded fish a lot, with a lot more varieties and such. So, we're hoping with the Rivers update, they will consider adding fishing. As another food source and item to go after. Because they actually just added coral reefs too, so people are curious. And if people have questions, feel free to ask. I am watching chat, so I know chat seems kind of inactive at the moment, but that's alright. I want everybody to know that they are welcome to talk. Alright, let's put the hammer away. I'll just put it back over here. There we go. Throw these in the water here. Come on, in the water, please. There we go. And if you're wondering why I'm cooling these off here and quenching them, it's so that I can carry them without needing to use the tongs. And there we go. Sun's up and everything. So we'll throw the tongs away up there. Eat some of my food. There we go. And yeah, this one had one left. So we'll finish that one off. Go. Grab our bread for the road. Specifically for trading. I'm going to see if we can't sell the rest of that flax bread. I'll leave the spelt bread here because 2's not going to be worth taking with us. Got anything in here? These aren't ready yet. Here goes the cat again. Okay, so my leather's already out there, I think. Yep. Let's see here. I had feathers somewhere. Feathers. There we go. We'll take the feathers with us as well. There we go. Let's see here. I feel like that's all the stuff I want to take with me. I'll take this and put the coal away because I don't need to take it with me. I picked up the coal instead of putting it away. Alright. Put that away. There. Alright. Also, if people have opinions, I'm working on finishing up this road here at some point to go over to where I docked my ship, and I put this question to my viewers in my previous 2 episodes. I'm kind of looking for votes. Do we want to take my little path around up this way to where I normally park my boat up here? Or do we want to take it straight across and cut through the mountains over there and make kind of a nice, underground mountain road type thing? And carve out a tunnel and put, lamps and stuff in there to light it up so we don't get drifter spawns. People let me know. I want to know. I want to know what people want to see. And we'll build that for the road. And we go through the mountains, I will build a dock at the end of the road. Alright. Sailboat's right there, so we're almost there. Okay, here we are. There's my trade goods box right there. Make sure I was going to put the feathers in here as well. There we go. Then, where's my... Yeah, put my cooking pot in there for now, because it's kind of, in these last 2 on that side, I'm kind of storing the stuff for when I get the elk. Alright. And then we'll go to... What was it for? See? There was a control for zooming in and out here. I'm trying to remember what it was. Well, either way. We can sit here and sail in this perspective. What I prefer. And this will be our first stop right over here. Okay. Now, he should just want nails and strips. This is that furniture trader I was talking about. Alright, there we go. So he'll take 10 bronze nails and strips, and he wants 4 of them. Because he'll buy them 2 at a time, and he'll buy it twice. So we'll just do that. That's 2 more gears, and then they'll do the same thing for bismuth bronze. So we'll buy 4 of those. There we go. We're up to 31 now. He would also buy black bronze, but I don't have black bronze, and I wouldn't waste my black bronze making nails and strips. Does he have anything we want? Not really. Yep, have a good one, man. Alright. Let's go on to the next stop here. I think the building supplies guys will also buy some, which is one like just south of us here. Like right down here. I think, yeah, there's a building supplier. I think they'll buy nails and strips too, I'm not sure. So let's go head over that way. Alright. Yeah, we're lined up perfectly. Oh yeah, I found a commodities trader over here that sells potash. I haven't been able to find a halite dome or anything. But having a knowledge of a potash trader is fantastic. So we can buy potash to improve our farm. Because I imagine when we get back from this trade mission, our farm should be ready to harvest. It looks like some of it was already ready, like the carrots look like they were ready. There's that building materials merchant right over there. There was another one down here. But these guys are cool because they also sell like fire clay bricks. In case you need fire clay bricks for some reason and are having trouble getting fire clay going, you can just buy the bricks from these building materials guys. It's a little pricey, but you can just buy it. But let's see what this guy's willing to buy and sell. There we go. Got a bunch of rabbits over here. Alright, how you doing, Herbert? Or Humbert, sorry. What you got? Alright, he'll buy saws, hammers and axes, leather gloves, lanterns, and scrap metal. He'll also buy quicklime, but I don't have any of that on me. Well, never mind. He's not buying anything I want to sell him. He's selling some polished stones and stuff. Glass. Wallpaper. Nothing interesting. Alright. Nothing there of interest. Actually, while we're sailing a little bit, I'm going to go into my settings here real quick. Controls. What is my zoom? Ah. Okay, zoom out is that. Zoom in is equals to 9. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's much better. There we go. I like that. That's a much better view for while traveling. Is that? What is that up there? I'm trying to figure out if that was a baby elk up there. Because I have a trap that can catch a baby elk. Oh, that's something else we should work on this stream, I just realized. So as soon as we get done with our trading trip, one of the things we're going to work on is getting my sheep down to the sheep farm. Because I found out through some trial and error and some research that the cage trap I've got, the reinforced crate trap, which you could get, which will catch some of the bigger animals, won't catch sheep. It specifically won't catch the baby sheep, the lambs. Annoyingly. But that's alright. Figure out a different solution. I'm also kind of keeping my eye out on these rock walls that we were going by, just to see if I see any with any halite sticking out. Because I'm kind of desperate for halite right now. I even have a pickaxe in the boat if I see halite. We'll stop for halite. I know some of the traders sell it and we can buy it in small amounts, but not really what I want to do. That's my brown coal mine, where I mine brown coal. So that I can use it for, you know, doing my blacksmithing work instead of having to use my charcoal. Nope. Need to go further around. Gotta go around that spit of land there. There we go. But for people who missed it, I did complete the archives, and so we now know the lazarette's over that direction somewhere, so we gotta head that way. Here in the near future. Basically, as soon as I get the elk, and I'm gonna get the elk and then craft the rest of my chainmail, which will be a bit of a project, but we'll get it done. And then from there, we're gonna head to the lazarette. Once all that's done. Alright. I forgot just like how much around all this I have to go. It's kind of a long journey to these little merchants over here, just because of how much, you know, around this all this landmass we have to do. The other thing I did is I brought an axe back, because I'm thinking about filling up a chest with some wood while I'm out and about. I'm getting a little tired of clear-cutting the area around my base. And waiting for the trees to regrow. That, and I need a lot more firewood to make some more charcoal anyway, so... We could have cut through there, but it's alright. Cut through here, though. I always keep my eyes out for, you know, fruit trees and stuff. Though in this area it's mostly apples and pears. Which I have back at the base area that I'm working out of. See if they grow. Welcome to the stream, folks. I see a few more people joined. Hope y'all are having a good one. We're on our way to do some trading. Let's see here. Just looking to see if I see anything interesting as we're sailing along. Mostly seeing what looks like granite over there in the rocks. Okay, we should have a straight shot to the treasure hunter trader now. So we'll cut hard over a little bit so we can go sell this bread before it goes bad on me. Because they won't buy it after a certain amount of time. What kind of trader is that? Building materials again? That's right, there is a cherry tree up there. I should go check on that. We've got an apple tree down there. Oh, there's a trader over here somewhere. Yeah, there's one over there I need to go investigate. I have to go see what kind of trader that is. When we get done with these that we know about. It's interesting how there's temporal instability all out in this like ocean area out here. Like all over this area is like temporally unstable out in the ocean. On land it's mostly fine. Like out here it's unstable. Over here it's a bit unstable too. And over here, right here, very unstable there. It's very interesting. Where all the temporally unstable areas are. But for those who just joined, our goal is we're trying to finish getting enough gears to buy the elk mount. We're at 31 out of the 50 I need. And so we're kind of sold everything I can to the traders next to my base. So we're traveling over here to this treasure hunter, these survival traders, see what we can pawn off on them to get some more gears. I brought some leather and some bread, because I know that's things they normally buy. I also have some nails, in case I find another commodities trader that will buy them, or furniture trader or something like that. But we should be getting close. Alright, I need to cut a little more south. There we go. But welcome to the stream, folks. We're out trading, trying to get enough gears to buy our elk. I'm repeating myself because I saw some new people joining the stream, so you all know what's going on. But welcome. I hope everyone's having a good day so far. And I am watching the chat, so feel free to chit-chat. Happy to talk to people. Alright, we should be getting close. Take a little while to make these ocean voyages. But I do like the sailing in this game. I think they've done a good job with it. Especially since they've made it so you don't have to hold down the forward button. There we go. Now we're getting closer. Gonna visit this commodities trader, see if they'll buy anything we've got on us. Yep, we're starting to get back to the land here, so we should be just about there. So we'll pull off just over here next to this pink apple tree and see if we can't sell a few goods here. Alright. Here we are. Almost there. It's just around here, and then the treasure hunter trader, thankfully, is also on this same island here. Back into first-person view here, so we can stop where we want to. I'm just going to park by the apple tree over here. I might hunt that pig while we're here. There we go. Alright. Let's grab... Got my nails. Grab the leather, the candles. A couple of these things here. Yep. Alright. Let's see what this person's willing to buy over here at this commodity goods trader. Grab some sticks here. Hello, chickens. How y'all doing? No behaving. Good chickens. What you got for me today, Stefan? Alright. You will buy blankets, cracked vessels, crates, bracelets, amulets. Okay, nothing. You'll sell me the copper nails and strips, which I have no use for. Bismuth, which, okay, worth noting. Saltpeter, worth noting. Also sell me lime and feathers. You sell the sewing kits. That's interesting. So he's got a lot of good things that he'll sell, but nothing that we're selling, unfortunately. It's not unsurprising. Like, you know. But I do think I'm going to go hunt this pig over here that I saw. How's this tree look? Hey, looking tree. Flowering. Nice. So we can come over here and get some apples later, maybe. Let's see here. We got forest floor here. Here, pig. Where'd you go, pig? We got some deer. Alright, let's see about getting one of these deer here. Wow, you guys are running fast, aren't you? And you guys are fast. Yeah, no way I'm going to catch those deer. It was worth a shot. The pigs don't run this from you generally as much. Okay, those are poisonous mushrooms there. What about these guys? Witch's hat. I don't remember if these are poisonous. No, these aren't. Yeah, we can take this with us. Take these witch's hat with us. Now, where'd that pig go? There's a rabbit. Nope, thought I could one-shot the rabbit with my sword, but apparently I was wrong. That wasn't crazy. There was a pig over here when we first came by, right? What's that? You're the only one seeing these antlers here. Weird seeing antlers on the ground. I think the deer can't technically drop them. There we go. There's the pig. Ooh, you're low weight. Come here, pig. Come here. There we go. Not the most effective pig hunt, but, you know, it works. Alright. Get a little meat. Some hides and some fat. And we'll take that back with us and convert the hides into leather. There we go. And we can use the bones to make some fertilizer. Alright. Back to the boat. More poisonous mushrooms around. Alright. Now we're going to go over to the treasure hunter trader and see what they'll buy. They should buy our bread from us, if nothing else. I don't know if they'll buy all of it, though. I want the other seat. There we go. Yeah, wrong seat. There we go. Alright. No, thankfully they're just over here. Turn left a little bit. Right about there. Should take us right over to them. Welcome to stream, folks. We're doing some trading, see if we can't get the elk mount. And I'm at 31 of the 50 gears I need. So that's our end goal today. If nothing else, we want to get that elk mount. You can tell I haven't been over here since winter because it's still clearing the snow off the map. Last time I was over here was still winter. I mean, it's not far into spring right now. It's only the 7th day of April in game. Now, I am going to have to figure out how to attach the elk to said boat once I get the elk. I think you can just tie it off on the sides here. I'm going to have to double check that. Okay, let's turn just north of here. But I hope everyone's having a good day so far. I know I am. Nice Friday night. Halloween night. Here we go. There we go. Alright. And there's our treasure hunter trader up there. Let me grab the bread. Not gonna do me any good to go up there without the bread. Alright. Let's see here. We'll put the mushrooms in here. Probably cook the meat. The hides in there. Put the fat in there. Take the bread. Alright. I have to come back and cook some of that meat here in a second. Don't want that going bad on me. I have a cooking pot. I can actually make it into a stew and make it last longer. I think I'll do that. Especially since I have those mushrooms I can throw in there. I'm glad I brought my cooking pot with me. Alright. What you buying today, Shift? Alright. You'll buy cooked red meat. If I had 8. I don't have 8. Rice bread and spelt bread. Do I have spelt bread? Of course, you're not buying any of the breads I brought with me. Come on, Gypped. You're failing me here. Ah, goodness. Alright. Well, visiting shift here was a complete waste of time. Alright, let's see if I can't... Oh. You know what? There's copper here. I'm going to mark it. I don't need it, but I'm going to mark it just because. Why not? There we go. There. Now I feel like it was less of a waste of time. Let me go get my axe so I can get a fire going. I'm going to cook up this red meat because I don't want it to go to waste on me. And then we'll go visit the the survival traders, because they may actually buy some of this stuff as well. Okay, I'm too far away. Nope. Is it that box? Yes, it's this box with my axe. And my backup axe. There we go. Alright. Let's go find something that looks sort of tree-like here. Shift, I just want to say, you live on a very barren island. Lots of bushes, but no, like, trees. I feel like there might be trees back this way, but I'm not sure. That's a peat, though. I could use some more peat as well. Let's see here. Bushes. Medium fertility soil. Come on. Tree. Any sort of tree. Wow. No tree? Really? This is just a big old flat open area. Cranberry bushes. Box. Just want a tree. Suppose I could have brought my prospecting pick with me. See if I see anything interesting. Although, with this being slate over here, it might not be a bad idea to keep an eye out for salt, or for halite outcroppings. Not that I have any idea if there could be halite in this area, heat map-wise. No, that's granite. I'm also just shocked at, like, the complete lack of trees in this area. Yeah, this is all just flatland. Over here. No trees whatsoever. Good lord. Alright. We'll head back the other way here in a second. It's just nothing. Wow. Alright. See it if I see anything out here, folks. Get my lantern out just to make seeing a little easier. But just a whole lot of nothing out here. Conglomerate rock. Alright. Well, let's head back to the boat then, I guess. Note to self, bring firewood, because apparently you can't rely on finding firewood in some of these places. Alright, come on. There we go. Alright. Let's see here. It should just be just over this way. To get back to our ship. I know there's firewood at the survival merchant, so we'll go over there. Like, plenty of fuel with this peat here, but the problem is you can't use the peat to actually make a fire pit. Which is interesting. And here we are, back at the boat. There we go. Alright. Now we just gotta head due south a little bit, because there's one right there. Alright. This will take us over to the survival merchant real quick, and we'll throw a fire down right there once we get there and cook up this red meat, make a stew out of it. Because, you know. Alright. I want to run into these islands here. Try not to eat and drive. There we go. Alright. Yeah, so we want to go around the back side of this one here. There we are. Whatever, this guy's like, yeah, he's like right here, so. Well, looks like the rain's stopping in game. That's nice. One of these days I'll find a halite dome. If anyone has any advice on finding halite domes, besides just, like, crazy amounts of luck, let me know. Because the place I was looking for previously was up this direction a good ways, and I was just having zero luck. Alright, where are you, treasure? Or, survival trader? Should be right around here somewhere. Yeah, I think he's just the other side of this rock right here. Yeah. I think he's effectively, like, right here. Yeah, there he is. These guys don't have lights on their things for some reason. Alright. Let me grab a tree here. See if I have enough durability between these two axes to cut down this pine tree real quick. I'm going to have a third axe in the boat in case I need it. And if you don't have enough durability, it will just destroy the axes in your inventory, by the way. When you've done enough damage that it should have consumed that much durability. And there we go. Wow, it actually, and even my stone axe here survived. That's kind of impressive. Let's make sure I got all that. Did I get all that? Looks like I got it all. Alright, cool. This is a good way for me to use up my stone axe there. Nice. Alright. Gonna grab a piece of grass. Gonna throw that down there. Yep. We go over here. Grab that. There we go. Wait. Gonna get in here real quick. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Sit. Nope, sit. Thank you. There we go. One of these mushrooms too while I was at it. Yeah, that bush is in the way. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so let me grab one of those back. There we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Perfect. Perfect. I couldn't. That was just pure luck that I harvested that number of mushrooms. Pure luck. I wasn't even trying there. Alright, while that sits there and thinks about it, we're going to go talk to the merchant. Ah, yes, yes. We're back to visit. Is it Carl? Yeah. Hey, Carl. Please tell me you're going to buy something I have, Carl. Oh, good. You're buying rye bread, which I have, and flax bread, which I have. Beautiful. Carl, you're lovely. Alright. Carl, I've got some flax bread for you. It's only 1 gear, but I'll take it. I don't have any more flax bread. How much rye bread will you buy? You'll buy 4 of it. So let's see here. There we go. There's the rye bread you'll buy. There we go. And you're paying 1 gear per 2 leather, and you'll buy it 4 times. So let's get you 8 leather here. All right, we're up to 40. We're back where I originally started this crazy adventure at. Like 4 episodes ago. when I made some bad trades. And you'll buy 32 feathers. Yeah. There we go. Yep, we're at 41. It's alright, technically positive now. Alright, what else will you buy? I'm not going to sell you a black bronze lantern, sorry. I don't have a leather poncho. I'm not going to sell any of my tin. I didn't bring any flax twine, so sorry, bud. Alright. So we have another survival trader to go to visit. And we'll take this. I'm just going to eat some of that. There we go. Cool. Alright, back in the boat. And we'll put away my extra equipment here. Oh, this is my trade box. Let me open up this box and put these things in here that I'm not going to sell. There we go. Actually, we'll put it in this box over here. This is kind of my backup storage box of stuff here. I'll throw my crock in here, because I have this bowl we're eating out of. Put that back in my trade box. Because no one's going to buy one feather. And we'll keep the rest of us with us. Alright. Cool. I think that's everything. So I'll put my firewood in here just so I've got some. Nice. There we go. Oh, wait. Put my bones in there too. Don't need to carry these bones around on me. There. Beautiful. Alright, let's go to the next survival merchant, which is going to be kind of hard to the west here. I like these survival traders, by the way. They're also the guys that sell, like, the wolf pups and stuff that the treasure hunters would buy sometimes. I would like to see them patch where you can actually capture the wolf pups yourself. And get them that way. But while you can actually capture the wolf pups, they don't count as the ones that the treasure hunters will sell or the survival traders sell. I mean, buy and sell. Even though you can capture them, it's a strange thing. There's a couple mods out there that fix that, or make it so that it works. And I have not installed them, because obviously this is supposed to be a vanilla playthrough, so no mods. Since I've never completed the game in vanilla before, I figured I'd do it at least once, and then the next playthrough is going to be heavily modded. My community has asked me to do a Frozen World playthrough on my next one, which I'm actually interested in, because I watched Hardware Despair do one, and it looked really fascinating, with the different survival challenges you got to figure out. So, my community's asked me to try, so we're going to try one here in a bit. Alright. Almost there to our survival trader, and you can see him. This guy's got a lantern. I don't know why that other one over there did not, for some reason. Makes me want to build him a lantern just to put out in front of his house. Alright, try not to get caught up on the rocks here too much. If I remember correctly, this guy's also in a fairly unstable area. Alright, that'll work right there. Good enough. Alright. I have all my trade goods on me, so I don't need to pick anything up. Alright, which survival merchant are you? What's that, just so nobody wanders in here? You're Tybal. Hey Tybal, how's it going? Alright, you're going to buy spelt bread. Don't have any left. But you'll buy flax bread. And you'll buy all of my flax bread. I put my flax bread away. Of course, I put my bread away. Why did I put it in here? Oh, let me in my box. Wait. Oh, no, there it is. I'm just blind. Never mind. I didn't put it away. I'm just blind. It's okay, chat. I can read and see my inventory. I totally can. Alright, here we go. Sorry. Rye bread, which he's also buying. Perfect. Ah, we're at 45. We're so close. You're so close. What else do we buy? Copper ingots. I don't have any of those. Huntsman tunics. None of those either, man. And you're not buying leather. But you sell hellite. 3 gears rock. No, sorry. 3 gears for 16. You have 14 of it. That... Okay. You and I might be friends, Mr. Survival Merchant. Because you have halite. Alright. We're going to update your thing. Halite. There we go. Now we know this one's the good one. There we go. Alright. We gotta figure out who else we're gonna sell stuff to. I've got all these nails I need to sell. And leather. This bracelet. And I meant to cook this meat. Duh. Alright, where's my firewood? Alright. I'm gonna cook this meat real quick. I completely forgot to cook the meat when I was sitting there cooking my other thing. There we go. Yes, I'm carrying 16 torches, I know. I only need 1 torch to light a fire. This is kind of like my backup light sources and stuff. There we go. I also need to figure out who buys these bronze armlets. Though I do have a tool at the house, I can always break it into components, I think. I think I can recycle these. I have to double check that. If not, one of the mods I play with when I do play modded makes it so I can recycle them. Can't remember if that's vanilla or modded these days. There we go. Just gonna go ahead and eat it. There we go. Alright. Let's see here. Map-wise, where do we want to go? So we visited this merchant. That's building materials. That's an agricultural merchant. A lot of these are not going to be super helpful to us here. We could try sailing around some looking. So I think we will, just for a minute. Oh, it helps if I leave my sails at full sail. So I'm going to sail. Actually, you know what? Let's go this way. We're going to go to the east, because I need to head east anyways to eventually find my way around this. So we're going to see if there's any merchants over here that I've missed of interest. I'm going to sail on the north side of that land spit over there. And we'll make a nice curve around. And let's get back into our third-person view here, because sailing in third person is superior to first person here. I think I can even zoom out a little bit more. There we go. Nice and zoomed out, so you can see. Can't wait for them to add, like, more sea life to the game. I know they've added fish and coral reefs, which the coral reefs look super cool. But I can't wait for them to add, like, other things. I want to see, like, dolphins and stuff. I know there's mods for it. Next major playthrough I do, we will be modding in extra sea life. Great. As the sun starts, well, it's still like 3 a.m. I thought it was a little earlier in the morning than that. Okay, we're going to have to turn further north here. Can't wait for the sun to come up so we can get a better view of things. But we're so close to the elk now. So close. 5 more gears, and we can buy the elk. And we've got the trade goods to get 5. Now we just gotta find someone to buy these things. And chat, I need you watching the game here. When I'm sailing past these large pillars of rock sticking out. You gotta tell me if I sail by some halite. If you see a halite dome, you all yell it out in chat for me. But try not to troll me too much. But we're actually coming up on an interesting area that I found completely by accident over here. See, over here, yeah, right over here, you see this green cave? I completely fell into a cave full of olivine by accident over there while out exploring previously. I was walking around, looking at some areas, seeing if I could find any olivine. Walked through a bush, fell straight down into a cave full of olivine. And for those of you who may not know what that means, olivine is one of the things you use to make high-end refractory bricks for doing some high-end smelting. Which I might stop over there and grab some while we're out and about. So I have it. So I can take it back to base with me. Man, now I just need a salt pillar. I've never actually seen a halite dome in this game, by the way. I've seen other people find halite domes. I have never succeeded in finding a halite dome. So, that's all like granite over there. Or granite. So, it's interesting in the way they do the rock formation in this game. Like, it's pretty good. Oh, there's a whole bunch of red clay up there. I'm not going to stop out and get it, because I don't need it right now. But they do it in layers, so you have, like, your sedimentary rocks, and then you have, like, your, oh god, I'm trying to remember the different layers. But anyways, the halite occurs in the sedimentary layer. If you get to, like, a non-sedimentary layer, it didn't find any halite that area, there's not going to be halite that area. Not to mention, it apparently also occurs in these large pillars, so, you know. You don't have to do, like, the all the way down to the mantle prospecting like you do for when you're looking for things like iron and whatnot. You can just carve basically a straight line through the sedimentary layer, and if you hit it, good, you found halite. If you didn't, no, there's no halite. Just, you don't really have to do a whole lot of up and down, from what I understand. Now, apparently one of the tricks you can use is there's a material that only occurs in halite. So you can actually occasionally do like a pro pick sample and look for, I forget the actual name of it. It's like, begins with an S. But when you break it, it becomes potash, basically. And it's a fertilizer. But it only occurs naturally in the world in halite domes. So you can look for that. Apparently, it's one of the tricks you can use. So if you detect some with a ProPick sample, that means you're near halite somewhere. And if you're using default settings like I am, that's within 6 blocks of you. There's a halite dome. So you don't have to search very far if you get a reading like that. I just have to remember what that material is. Getting some weird texture issues with some of the chunk lines here. You can see we're sailing through a chunk line here, and it's making a weird wave pattern there. I may need to reload my chunks or something. I mean, this world's kind of old. Like, I've been playing on this world nearly 100 hours. But I'm working my way over to this cave over here real quick. Alright, come on, game. We get parallel to the shore here. Alright, there we go. I don't need that in my hotbar, but I will take out my sword because I saw a pig. 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 Where'd you go? I'm not crazy. Everyone else saw that pig up here, right? Pig? Oh, we got 2 pigs. I didn't really want to fall down there with the pigs. Oh, you're aggressive pigs. Yeah, that's what I thought. There we go. There must be a piglet nearby, would be my guess, since they attacked me. There we go. We'll cook up some more red meat stew here in a second. Well, actually, no, because my pot's full. Well, we'll just save it as best we can. There we go. I'm not going to complain about a little extra meat, though, in the diet. I want the bones, not the gravel. There we go. Alright. There's a rabbit. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. I'll have to go back this way to get out of here. Okay, let's see if we can't get over to our cave, because I just wanted to go grab some of this here olivine. I think I can do it with my tin bronze pick. This will also let me get rid of this tin bronze pick I've been carrying around. Is it this hole here? Yes, it is. This is the cave I fell into. And this is the vein of olivine that I found. I mean, good. I can't break this tin bronze. Perfect. It's a nice... Oh, oh. Didn't really want to go deeper. Want the olivine. Actually, before I do something dumb, let me go get some dirt. Grab a little bit of dirt before I do something dumb. Oh, hello. Got another pig. Gotcha. Man, this has been a great hunting trip for a merchant trip. Alright. Go. Grab these bones. Just hold them in my hand and make digging up a little bit of dirt slightly faster by hand. I could take some time to make a shovel, but I don't really need a shovel. I only need like 5 dirt. And if you're wondering why I'm digging up a little bit of dirt for this real sudden spur-of-the-moment mining project, I'll show you why. Alright. We're going to come down here. What we're going to do is we're going to go just along here. There we go. Alright. Knock out that one. Knock out this one. There. Now, our olivine won't fall down into the cave below, unless it does that. Well. Okay. Well. I'm just having no luck with this whole mining thing, am I? Well, at least I don't have to worry about drifters showing up down here. Let me get my lamp out so we can actually see. Is there any more olivine down in here? I don't think so. There? Nope. Nope. Yep, wait, there's one. Aha! I thought one fell further down. Right. Just making sure we didn't miss any. Yep, there's one right there. Want all my olivine that I came in here for. What about in here? Any in here? Alright, I think that's most of it. It fell. Let's knock out some of this cracked here. Make sure we don't... There we go. Good. Finally got rid of that tin bronze pick. Okay. Well, the whole dirt plan did not work as desired. This stuff is not very sturdy, is it? Yeah, see, that one's got like a 50% chance of breaking right there. I'm glad it didn't break. Good lord. Alright. This stuff is not super sturdy, is it? Okay, there's that. Let's go over here. There we go. Okay, so none over there. Alright, let's knock this one out. Fell down there. Let me go down there and get my olivine. There we go. Alright, let's dig out a little bit of this dirt, because we're going to use it to get closer to that wall over there. There we go. We're just going to knock this one out, because we don't need this one. Alright, let's see here. Let's do this. No, that's not going to work. Need to do that. There we go. Got it. Nice. Alright, what about you? You going to fall down on me, or are you going to come over to me? Good dirt block. There we go. Okay. Where'd that one go? It went into my inventory, I guess. What about you? Yep, got you. Got you. Good. Back up a little bit before I cause another cave in here. Alright, that's pretty good. Don't want to spend all my time mining olivine. But we know we've got some more left in here. There we go. Got some more back there too. I'm gonna knock out that block. Knock out that block. There we go. So I'm just gonna mine what's easily available right here. Alright, don't need that one. Take that one out. Man. It's my first time actually mining olivine in this game. By the way. People watching. There we go. Alright. Got nearly a full stack. We'll stop there before I spend too much time mining. Alright, we'll just throw these rocks back in my inventory. Top off our food bar here. Oh, actually eat the thing. There we go. Go ahead and get another serving in the bowl. Alright, good. I heard a wolf. Where you at? Where you at, wolf? So I nearly fall into the cave. Tried not to hurt myself. There they are. I think that's a wolf over there. Alright. Well, let's get back to our merchanting. Because if we're going to get the last 5 gears we need to get our elk, we need to get on the boat. Alright. So, let's see here. No, that's not the one I want. Nope. Nope. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to put our olivine in here just because it was like the box of stuff I'm taking home. Go. And the stones can go in here. This is kind of where I store my stones. Mostly using my stones to build a road back at base. Alright, folks. There's another pig. You lived today, pig. Alright. Looking for more merchants. We're going to go around over here. Because this is kind of towards where we need to go for the lazarette anyways. So we'll just do a little scouting while we finish looking for a few more merchants. See if we can't get the last of the gears we need. Because I kind of want to get that elk situated before we go to the lazarette. Because that'll make transporting goods to and from the lazarette a lot easier, in my opinion. Depending on where it's located. Like, I'm not sure how far inland it's going to be. You know, or where we sail to. I don't know if it's going to be like the archives were, where they were pretty far inland. Granted, for the archives where I would have had to build a ramp to get my elk up there anyways, but you know, you can't get an elk before you do that, unless you capture one. Looks like this just kind of goes south here. Let's go back out to our third bridge. Wow, that does not help with the fog. Alright, it is real foggy down here. That's going to make traveling hard and seeing anything interesting hard. Alright, map. I'm going to have to kind of fly by wire here. Just kind of guess where we're going here. Yep, alright. Any merchants here? That's an odd-shaped bit of water right there. Don't you all agree? It's very straight and kind of narrow. Oh, there's a merchant way over there. I don't know what kind of merchant it is, but we'll head that way. Find ourselves a place to park, like right over here, and then we can cut cross country real quick. See what kind of merchant that is. And we'll park here near this little odd bit of water, I think. That'll give us a good landmark. Be nice if we could actually see, though. Oh, this is very squarish looking in shape over here. Like, look, there's weird square indentation, square hill. Strange. Probably some sort of weird anomaly when it generated the map section over here. There we go. Let's turn hard north. Or, well, right here. Here we are. So, we're going to park. Well, this might be a little hard to navigate. But we'll try it. There we go. Lower the sails. Yep. Well, this is more Paradite, so we might see more olivine in here. I'm going to put a marker just so I know the boat is right here. Boat. Save. There we go. Alright. Now we just got to get up and over. Let's go see about... Okay, well, maybe I need to dig out a spot. Oh, we got some resin right here. Not hunting resin, though. Let's see here. Flint. Wait, was that... What's this? Brown sage. What's brown sage? Gives me grass. Okay, I don't know. Anyone familiar with brown sage in the game? That's a new one for me. But I saw some crops over here. And they're all flax, but they're not mature. If it was mature flax, I'd be harvesting it. Mostly because I need the linen right now. Alright, let's work our way over towards this merchant. What do we have here? Onions? Need these mature onions? Nope. As I say, if they were mature onions, we could grab them and cook up some of our stew with that. Add a little extra to our stew. We're going to make here in a minute. So I did kill some pigs. Alright. Where are we in relation to Mr. Merchant? So Mr. Merchant's over here. Alright, so we need to get in to keep going this way. Alright, let's see here. Gonna keep our eyes out for vegetables we can add to our meat stew here. Mushrooms, whatever. Just stuff we can throw in there. This is very interesting terrain to get through. That's the kind of terrain where you like run face to face with a bear or a wolf if you're not careful. We can see the merchant over there. Kind of hop a little bit here and there. Medium fertility soil all around. If I saw some more high fertility soil, I'd take that with me. Oh, I wonder what kind of tree that is. Some sort of fruit tree. And what kind of tree are you? You are a pear tree. It's flowering. Nice. So that means it's going to have pears on it here soon. Alright. And what kind of merchant are you today, sir? You are a treasure hunter merchant. And what's your name? Edel. Alright, Edel, what you buying today? You're buying rye bread, rice bread. Oh, these guys all want rice bread. But you're buying candles. I got candles. How many candles you buying? You'll buy 6 candles. I have 6 candles. That's only 3 gears, so we're closer, but it's not what we need. Alright. Oh, I could sell him my sword. Oh, goodness, how much are you paying for the sword? How much are you paying? 5 gears? Alright, chat. Chat. I know y'all are sitting out there. Do I sell him my sword? What do you think, chat? I could also sell him my bow, in theory. But it'd be much harder for me to replace the recurve. Last call, chat. Do I sell him my sword? Will he buy it? No. It's actually not in good enough shape for him to buy it. Never mind. Dang. Okay. So that answers that question. I don't sell him the sword. Alright. Well, we're going to go back to the boat, and we're going to cook up this stuff. I'm going to mark them anyways, even though I don't intend to ever come back down here unless I have to. Sure. Here. There we go. Alright. Let's go see what else we can do. Can't wait till I can go fishing. One day, fish, I will catch you without having to stab you with a spear. So one of the things I like about the primitive survival mod, the fishing aspect, because they've included it in that mod, or they've made a few methods of fishing in that mod, which I like. Complete with passive fishing, where you're running like trot lines and stuff. But I've never actually done that in real life. I've known people that have, but I've never actually run one. These onions. They keep taunting me with their almost being grown state. Oh, there's some... Looks like some vegetables up there. And there's some animals up there. What kind of vegetables are those up there? I was just keeping my eye out in case I see anything interesting in, like, the little bits of exposed rock I do see. What do we have here? These turnips? They are turnips. Oh, some of them are ripe. Come with me, turnips. That's 2 turnips. Not enough to do what I want. Ooh, even more valuable than the turnips. We got some mature flax. Much more valuable than the turnips. There we go, beautiful. As I say in all of my videos where I find mature flax on the ground like that, we'll stop for flax. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We got some berries over here that are actually ripe. Oh, yes. Yes, how many berries do we have? 4. Nice. Can I get some more? There we go. What about these black currants? We got how many? 4? Alright. I'm grabbing these because if I'm going to cook this red meat up, I can use these berries to help kind of add just a little bit extra to it. You know, make the stew a little bit more worthwhile here. Which is good, because actually my character's been kind of low on his fruit intake anyways. I just wish those flaxes were ready to be harvested. I know I could grab them for the seeds. Up over that before I fall down in there. But I like to get them so I can get the fiber, not just the seeds. Is that a bear? No, that's just dirt. Okay. Second there, I thought I saw a bear way over there. I was like, wait a minute. No, it's just the shape of the dirt. Well, let's get back to our boat down here, because that's where our firewood is. We're going to start a little fire, cook up some of this meat before we head off. That's not what we wanted. Here we go. Firewood, please. Nope, that's not my firewood. This one? Nope. Where's my firewood? There it is. Come here, firewood. 2, 3, 4. Grab like 8 firewood. Good. Alright. And then into my trade box, I'm going to go ahead and dump my trade goods. Just for the time being. There we go. And then into my take-home box, we'll dump the seeds. There we go. And I'll go put the flax in here too. Alright. Turnips can go in here. Welcome to stream, folks. I hope everybody's having a good day so far. Go. Make up like 6 servings of red meat stew with some berries in it. There we go. Go ahead and eat this serving of red meat stew I've got. Beautiful. Basically just a little something to stretch my food out a little bit. That and that, well, we don't have to use up what I put in my crock. That's around here somewhere. There it is. Yeah. I almost should have brought an empty crock with me. Didn't know I was going to be doing this much hunting when I was just out looking for traders. Alright. So let's take a look at our map, kind of decide where we want to go next. So we've got another landmass down here. So we went to this trader. We've kind of explored this area over here before. I'm looking for more signs of traders. That looks like a little bauxite exposed there. Well, let's head over this way and see if there's anything along this side. Because that'll be kind of heading back towards base anyways, especially since we're very close. We only need 2 more rusty gears. And heck, I could pan for that if I wanted to. And I'm not going to. Don't y'all worry. We're not doing a panning stream tonight, though I know some people find it very relaxing. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy the panning aspect of this game because I like to pan for gold in real life. Not that I get to very often, but you know, I do enjoy it. A hobby I developed as a kid. But that actually makes me think of one of the mods I love for this game, but I don't have because this is my vanilla playthrough, is the sluice mod that someone released, I think, like 2 months ago, something like that, which adds a sluice for kind of automating your panning process. I gotta love that mod. Anytime I play a modded playthrough, I have to include it now. But we're just cooking up a little bit before we start heading back north towards our base, because we're just 2 gears short. So if we can just find like 1 more trader that will buy some of the stuff we have, we'll be good to go. And I'm going to check this area over here, because I imagine we'll probably find some traders over here as we head north back towards base. And then I can go and get the elk, finally. My first time actually getting an elk in Vintage Story, after nearly 500, 600 hours of playtime in Vintage. Wow, I've lost track of how many hours I got in Vintage Story. So, there we go. Come on. We're almost there. Come on, Croc. Come on. Got this. Give me the pot. There we go. Alright. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw this meat in here, because I don't want it going bad on me. Got some more firewood. Here we go. But welcome to stream, folks. I hope everybody's having a good day. Feel free to ask questions, make comments. You know, heck, just say, you can just talk about stuff on your mind. You're perfectly fine with me. Because right now we're just kind of chilling, working on a few things, trying to get that elk. So close to that elk. We're also just keeping an eye out for interesting things that we see on the rock faces as we sail along. I'd love to find some halite. I mean, I know where I could buy some halite, like this guy up here, or this guy over here sells halite, but I want to actually find like a halite pillar. I've never found one before, so I'm kind of looking for one. Trying to figure out why the music's picking up. Is there... Oh, see, that's why the music's picking up. You see those gray clouds over there? We got a storm blowing in. But if anyone's got advice on how you find a halite dome, let me know. I've been prospecting, and I found areas with decent readings for halite, but, you know, I've not actually found a halite dome. Just throw that seed down there. I don't need that birch seed. Because if we go back north here, I've gotten halite readings, like, all over here, but they're all, like, under the ocean. And I found, like, bismuth, but no halite. Like, my best halite reading is, like, right here, out in the middle of this ocean area, this bit of water. And I've mined, like, all under that, and it's a whole mess down there. And just had zero luck finding halite. But keep hoping. Alright, we're so close to getting this meat cooked. I just don't want this meat going bad. How long am I? Okay, until it cools off. It won't tell me how long it'll stay fresh. I can grab a little bit more wood for this. I'm gonna throw 2 more sticks of wood on the fire. Just to get this meat cooked. I just love the music in this game. It's good. It's relaxing music. Also, here's a question for chat, in case y'all feel like weighing in on this. My commenters have not yet, but I'll let you guys weigh in on this, since you're here. So this is my base up here, this lovely little area right here. If we zoom in a bit, you can see this kind of gray line I've got. That's a paved pathway I've started working on. And I kind of posed this question to my comment section, and they haven't given me an opinion yet. And that is, do I continue my paved pathway straight across the lake here and just cut a path through the mountains and build my dock out over this way? Or do I curve it up around the side of the lake and go over here and build my dock out over here, which is where I normally keep my boat? So, give me your opinions, folks. Which one do you think would be better? Build my pathway up this way, or just cut a tunnel straight through the mountains? Let me know what y'all think. I want to know. Alright. There we go. Meat's all cooked. Beautiful. Alright, let's get out. Alright, so we're going to head back north from here. There we go. Let's see if we can't find some more traders over in this kind of direction over here, along this shoreline. I also want to see if this cuts through over here so I can sail to the Lazaret, or at least as close as I can when it comes time to make that journey. Which my goal for making that journey is once we get the elk. I'm going to get the elk. I'm going to finish making some chainmail for my legs and a chainmail helmet, because I already got the chest piece, and then I'm going to head to the Lazaret. That's my plan. Alright, let's head a bit more north. There we go. At some point, I'm going to think about getting into Steel Age, especially since I just mined a whole bunch of olivine for making refractory bricks. But before that, I got to build a pulverizer, which means I got to improve my windmill. Lots of things to do in this game to advance up through the technology effectively, which is one of the things I like about it. All right. How are we doing here? That's my... You know what? I'm just going to eat some of these berries. There we go. That'll help my fruit rating. A little bit low on fruit since it was winter time recently. I didn't think that landmass would be this far. That would curve down more. There it is. It's starting to pop in some. Alright. Gotta keep our eye out for traders of any kind. Because we got a bunch of nails and things to sell. So if we can find another furniture trader, that'd be, like, perfect. Even a survival goods trader would be good. Oh, wow, nothing on this. And the question is, does this cut through, or is this go around here? Let's head a little more due north here. Okay, so we're going to sail into the right side of this island up here. I'm going to head into this inlet area and just see what we see. Because I don't think this connects. It might connect, actually. I think that does connect. Alright. But still. Gotta clear out more map here. Yep, it does connect. This is like a little bay up in there. That's alright. We can sail through it, clear out a bunch of map, see if we see any traders. Which is the goal, is to find traders. Alright, so what we'll do is we're going to sail up to here, basically, and then stop. Alright, map-wise, what are we looking at here? Wow, no traders down here, really? Alright, well, let's keep sailing around a little bit. What am I hitting? Oh, it's just a little bit of land there. Let's see here. What kind of rock is this? What is that? Alright, so that's Peterite sitting on top of andesite. That's not what I wanted. I want to see what can be in this. Let's see here. We can find quartz, emerald, Peterite. Or sorry. Bismuth, tin ore, chromium, which would be nice. You need chromium for making sturdy leather. Titanium ore, which doesn't really have use. Apparently you can find rich iron ore in Peterite, so I should probably come over here and prospect this. Nickel, zinc, cinnabar, which I don't even know what cinnabar is for. And then olivine, which I've already found some. Alright, so we can't find... Oh, we can use this to make the stone coffins, though. Good to know. Good to know. Unfortunately, that also means we can't find the salt in this, which is what I was checking. I just want to see if we could find salt in here. Oh, wait. Wait. Where was it? Actually, let me ease off my hotbar before I make a mistake there. My rusty gear. Any more rusty gears want to be laying around? Any more? Nope. We'll stop for rusty gears. Alright. Now I need like one more rusty gear. Keep our eyes out here. Wait, there's one. Pretty sure that was one down here. No. It was just a piece of flint tricking me. See, now it's got me all excited here. Because now I'm one rusty gear short of getting my elk. We are going to keep an eye on this wall, just see if we see any ores sticking out, though. As I just kind of cruise through here at half speed. And try not to run into things. Alright. Anything in here? It looks kind of like a little indentation. A little cave, maybe. Not seeing anything of particular interest sticking out. Alright, well, let's check our map, because we've kind of made the rounds here. Alright. I am not... Oh, there's a trader right over there. So we'll go and hit that one and see if it's anything interesting. Alright. There we go. Back out where we came from. So let's go see what kind of trader we got. I know sailing at night is not the most exciting thing. Yeah. Especially because it's kind of hard to see. Let's go ahead and get back out here to our third-person view so we can hopefully see a little bit better for navigation purposes. And we'll just see more interesting things. Try not to run into the shore here. Oh, I got caught. Come on. Work our way through. Ew. Oh. Okay. You gotta make me get out and dig this out. Are you game? Come on. So be back out. I tried to sail between those two little islands. Misjudged it. Alright. Try again. Here we go. Now we're out. Okay, so let's see here. So he's right over there, so we should just be able to pull up to this little spit of land here and get to him. Nice and easy. Temporally, this area looks nice and stable, too. It's nice. I would think I'd be able to see his campfire or lights by now. Unless he's another one of these traders that doesn't have a light on his hut. It's possible. Yeah, he should be like right here. Alright. There we go. Hop out there. Need to grab my trade goods. Don't want to walk all the way over there and find out that the stuff I needed to sell him was left here. There we go. Alright, that should be everything that I need. So he should just be right around over here, just past this little pond. Let's go see what he's got. And more of these paradite stones. So this whole area is like paradite. Yes, more flax. We'll take more flax. I can hear him. He's talking over there. That's not done growing yet. Okay. Yeah, nope, he's got one of those caravans with no lights on it. Which means he may be like a survival goods trader or something. It's a trader. It's a furniture trader. Yes. Alright. What's your name, bud? It's Wilt. Well, how you doing, Wilt? I got some stuff for you. You like nails? Yes? So, how many copper nails do you buy? You'll buy 4 copper nails? Well, we can do that. So there's 4 copper nails. What about 10 bronze? You'll buy 4 of those as well? Well, guess what I got? I got 4 10 bronze nails. Will you buy bismuth bronze? Yes, you will. You'll buy 4 of those as well? Beautiful, Walt. Beautiful. Wilt. Yeah, Wilt. We're going to be friends. So let me have those gears. Beautiful. There's 59. That is 9 more than we need for the elk. I mean, we could almost splurge and buy something nice, but he's got nothing I'm going to buy. Well, that bismuth bronze lantern looks nice. I'm not paying 11 gears for it. Alright. And I don't have anything else to sell you. Alright. Let me go mark this guy on my map here. I like to use kind of the brown one here for furniture traders. There we go. Nice. We're gonna be friends, man. I can make you nails. Nails we can do. Alright. Let's go get our elk. What do you say, folks? Because we're gonna go over to our closer treasure hunter trader that's just a little bit east of me here on the map. And closer back to the house. There we go. Alright. Because we'll just sail back around over here, basically, and sail north to the treasure hunter trader. And when we get back, I think we'll have a nice big flax harvest, I think. Hopefully. Waiting on us. That's my hope. Been growing flax in my greenhouse. Started it kind of late in, well, early spring, late winter. And I was hoping it wouldn't take cold damage, but it did get stunted, sadly, so I'm only going to get a half my potential yield out of it, sadly. But it's alright. The greenhouse was an experiment. Which I'll show you all that when we get to that point. I'm sailing way too far south. That's a better line right there. Yeah, that's better. Once we get to here, we'll make a nice hard northerly turn. And soon we will have our elk. What am I doing food-wise? Let's see here. Put that in there. Put this up here. Put this up here. It's good for 5 days. Well, these berries will not be good for 5 days. There we go. Eat those berries. Get ourselves a little more berry nutrition value, whatever you want to call it. Satiation. I think satiation's the best term there. once we get past this little spit of land here, we'll turn north. But everyone having a good time out there? You can see some people out there hanging out, lurking in the stream. That's great. Welcome. In case y'all don't know, I'm Thalan McRom. And we're playing some Vintage Story, and we're going to go buy ourselves an elk mount. Because I just got the last of the gears, which is the currency in this game, to buy it. After doing a bunch of sailing around. I wanted the elk mount so I could go do the next story POI more easily. Because I've gone ahead and made the saddle and the bridle and the saddlebags for the elk. Which, by the way, if you're going to buy an elk in the game, you have to have the saddle and the bridle before the treasure hunter trader will sell you the elk. But that's just some leather and some nails and strips. So, very easy to make. Just something you have to have ready. Alright. How we doing? Still heading north here. Just gotta keep an eye out in case I see any other interesting points of interest as we sail north. We gotta get up past this point, and then our treasure hunter trader is gonna be like right up here somewhere. A lot of traveling in this game. But it's enjoyable. Part of this game is just all about the exploration. Oh, we do have a trader over here. He's not... I didn't see him on my map, though. There he is. He just came into view. We'll swing by. If it's a treasure hunter trader, we'll go ahead and buy our elk. Then we don't have to travel all the way back to the one near our house. That one's got kind of a big caravan, too. Alright. Pull up over here. We've got kind of a big spot here. We'll park right here. That way I don't lose my boat. It would be hard to lose this lamp on the bow here. Go. Turn into shore here. Let's get to a place with a little flatter land here. There we go. Alright. Let's go see what kind of trader this is. Got a nice big wagon. What did I see over here? It's sunk into the ground. I saw something over here running by his house. He's still got snow under his wagon. Alright. And who are you? It's a treasure hunter trader. I can buy my elk right here. We're gonna get his name. Innes. Alright. What do you got to trade? What? Got anything to trade, Innes? Let's see here. All of them want these wolf pups today. I don't have wolf pups to sell you, but let me go get you the things I need so I can buy the elk. There we go. Alright. Gonna eat one of these berries while I walk. There we go. Put this in my offhand here because I don't really need it now. Alright, so we need... Nope. Nope. Yeah, actually I do need that. That's one of the things I need right there. Alright, so we're going to need the saddlebags. Well, I don't really need the saddlebags, but I'm going to take the saddlebags. We need this bridle. I'm going to need the saddle. Let me go back over to my trade box. I don't need the nails. Come on, trade box. There you go. And I don't need the bracelet. Or the leather. These are all things I was taking around to sell. Throw away the seeds. That. And I'll keep the turnips. All that's fine. Okay. The only other thing I want is this rope. There we go. Oh, wait. There's one more thing I want. I want this elk medallion. So this elk medallion basically makes a map marker that follows your elk around. That you can always see your elk on the map. That's what that's for. You can also make those. Like, I found that one, but you can make them. Just with, you know, some components. I think it's just like one... No, it's like a nail and like some leather or something. Alright. I've got some places I want to ask you about. Lazaret. Okay. Cool. Continue. How much if I give you this? There we go. We'll buy the elk. What a lovely pleasure. Thank you for doing business with you. I should be nearby. Thanks. Goodbye. Alright, where's our elk? Elk. Come here, elk. Where you at, bud? Elk. Alright, yeah, that's directions to the Lazaret again. Where you at? Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's my elk? Where'd you hide my elk at, man? There he is. Come here, elk. Saddle. Bridle. Alright. Control. Where'd you go? Ah! Control. No, back here, elk. Stop wandering. There we go. There's a saddle. Alright. So let's get saddlebag on you too. Alright. Control. Nope. Quit wandering. I don't want to detach. Alright. We're gonna have to, like, tie you down here, elk. Alright. Can I, like, lead you? Yes. Here we go. Alright. We now have the elk. I mean, I suppose I could just ride him back to the ship. Good, elk. Come on. I'm gonna go put you on the ship now. That's right. Come on. I have to build, like, a place for you to live at my house. Alright. Now, I want you to, like, hang out in here. Does that work? Do I have to do it to the side? Okay, what's going on here? Ah! Elk, get in my boat. Okay. Alright, hold on. Alright. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Let me do that real quick, because I think what I have to do... Oh, quick. Is I think I have to get this piece of... in here. No. Alright, how do I attach the elk? Ah, elk, you quit running off. If someone knows how to attach the elk to the boat, please let me know. Do I need the front two things here? There we go. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. Elk, come here. First things first, we're going to put that down. Secondly, stay. Stay. Alright. So I think I might need to, like, empty all this out. You broke my rope. Elk. Where are you going? Elk. I want you to stay. 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 Good lord. This elk. Alright, let's see here. So let's put the extra bits in here. I'll take that. I'll put the shovel in here and the axe. Put my arrows down here. Put this in my inventory for the elk once I figure out how to put it on him. Elk, you better not be running off again. Okay, that's empty. That's empty. Perfect. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to detach, and we'll put these in here, because maybe I needed more spaces. Good, elk. Come here. Come here. How do I make you get up? Okay. Wait. Do I just need to, like, get in here? Nope. Do I need fence post? Eh. Nope. Alright. How about elk? You're getting in the boat. I don't care how we do this. That was it. Control. Alright. Nope. Nope. Come on. Okay, so I can attach the fence thing. Alright, now, there we go. Alright. There. Okay. Okay. Had to get the fence post in there. That's what it was. Alright. Might just put that on that side. But it's okay. We can work this. Alright. We actually go to here. We're gonna do treasure hunter trader on this. There we go. Done. Alright. Now we sail home, folks. We have our elk. It's been a crazy journey getting the elk, and I had to do a little bit of learning about putting the elk on the boat. That's alright. Part of this game, and part of the fun of it, is just learning all the different stuff. Alright. Now, next major quest is salt. After I... And the lazaret. The lazaret's actually the next major quest, but... Between now and lazaret, if I happen upon salt, it'll be a nice boon. So really, the next major project is finishing the chainmail, then lazaret. So, that's the actual order of operations we're going to do. Because while I have, you know, one third of a full set of chainmail, it'd be nice to have a full set of chainmail for the lazaret. Even though, you know, spoiler, I know there's no, like, giant boss fight at the lazaret that I'm aware of. I know there's a bunch of, like, regular enemies, but no giant boss fight there that I'm aware of. But considering how much some of those regular enemies can hurt you, you guys have actual armor. My bear armor that I'm wearing is currently falling apart. Something I need to fix is a way to fix that. But I know that's something they're working on. And there's a mod out there that also makes it repairable, so... If I wasn't doing a vanilla playthrough, I'd just have that mod installed. But yes, we have the elk. Now I just gotta give the elk a place to live. It's gonna be something to do when you get back to base. You know, eat those berries. We're gonna switch over to the red meat here. There we go. Nice. Very nice. Alright, how we doing? So once we get up here, we'll just curve over and we'll be back home. I still have no idea what this trader was. So in one of my previous episodes, I was out looking around, exploring, and I went over to this trader, and there's just no trader there. The house is there, like the little wagon and everything, but no trader. So I don't know what happened to him. Poor guy. Disappeared on us. Alright. It's nice having the elk, though. It's my first time getting an elk. But we're gonna outfit him with everything. We're gonna load him up with a stew pot. We're gonna load him up with some temporal gears. We're gonna put everything on him. I'm gonna make an extra sword just to put on him because I can. Yeah, gotta be awesome. That chicken is still sitting over there on that little cliff. That chicken's been sitting there, like, every time I've sailed past that point. That poor confused chicken. Yeah, I definitely think I'm going to need to move the elk to the left side of the boat. I'm just thinking that. But this does mean I can put some more chests back on the boat. So those 2 chests I took off, I can put back on there. Alright, so let's turn to the east a little bit here. Because I like to park my boat, like, over here by this trader here. He's a local goods trader. I like the sailing in this because it does remind me a lot of the sailing in Valheim, in case y'all have ever played Valheim. Especially since they've changed it where you don't have to hold forward to make the boat move anymore, it just now sails when you lower the sails. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't factor in wind direction like Valheim does, but I'm not going to say that's necessarily a bad thing. I would like to see, hopefully, some future other boat designs, like, more geared for bigger multiplayer servers, potentially, or something. Just some fun things they could add in the future, maybe. Now, this ship can't carry, like, 8 people. Or 10 people, actually. I think if you loaded it out in nothing but seats, I think you could theoretically carry 8 players on this. Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, 4 with 2 on each side. And then you got the 2 in the back, 1 for the guy driving. Yeah, you could hold, like, 10 people on this. If you really maxed it out. Means you have no storage, but, you know. Alright. So you get up here and do some prospecting. I'd like to find a better source of iron than my current iron mine. At some point. Because one, it's getting pretty close to being played out. Okay, those wolves for a second there was like, is that just a herd of bears over there? No, it's a pack of wolves. Just the angle I saw the first one at, I was like, wait, what? Alright, here we go. We're gonna pull up to my normal parking spot. There we go. Beautiful. Alright. Come here, Elk. Dismount creature. Actually, I'm just going to ride you back to the house. Actually, hold on. Let me get off real quick. Stay. Don't run off, Elk. Grab the stuff I care about out of here. Not that, but I do want the nails and strips and the leather. I'll leave this in here. Come on up. Let's go. Oh. Can we run? Yes, we can. So control toggles us to run. Alright. Having to get used to steering the elk. Alright, so we do have to use ASD to turn. We can hop, which is nice. We have a little bit of a jump. Alright, turn off sprint here. Okay, so he has step up. That's interesting. Normally that's a mod you have to install to step up, but he'll just step up things. This is that road I'm working on. Currently this part's only 1 lane. But my goal is to eventually make it 2 lanes. We gotta find a nice place to house you, Mr. Elk. Alright. So what I think we'll do... Yeah, alright. So we're gonna stop right here. Hop off. And I'm gonna get out I left my fencing in the boat. Alright, stay right there, elk. Don't run off. Stay. I heard you walking. Alright, let's see what we can put in here. We'll put this in here for now. Where'd you go? See this? He's wandering off again. Alright. Where's my fence? There's my fence. There we go. Come here. Nope. Quit wandering off. Get back over here. I know. Good elk. Stay. Attach you to right there. Stay. Good elk. Good elk. Yes. Alright. You get a medallion. There you go. Look at you with your cute little star medallion. And see, now he shows up on the map. It's tamed elk. There we go. Good elk. Stay. Stay. Alright. Let me put these nails in here. And I'm going to put my leather back over here where I keep my leather. Alright. And down here is where I keep my flax. Go ahead and convert some of that into twine there. Don't worry, we're going to build the elk a proper, like, fence and enclosure at some point. Probably in the near future. Oh, that goes down here. Yep. Alright. I do have some stuff in here ready to harvest, so let me grab... Actually, I'm going to grab a flax. Guess one of the things I'm going to harvest is these turnips over here. Yep. I know, these turnips got too cold, amazingly. Normally turnips are fairly resistant to cold. Alright. Carrots got time to grow. Some time to grow. Why are these... Oh, it's because the nutrient level is getting so low. Alright. That's alright. Alright. The outdoor fields are fine. Let's go check. Let's go check the greenhouse. So this is the greenhouse I built during the winter in the game, because we have something to do. And you can see we've got this huge flax crop in here. But unfortunately, even with the greenhouse, it still got stunted. And I actually even made 2 pieces of terra petra back here. Which eventually I'll convert all of this to terra petra, but that's going to be a long ways down the road. So it's still got 2 growth stages to go. But the way it works is under this layer is water. And basically each layer you go up, there's water behind it. You can just barely see it in that little crack there. And that way, all of it stays watered without you losing any surface area inside the building itself. I saw them discussing this design on the Reddit, and I was like, I gotta try that. And so I did. And that's the design I came up with. It's not the prettiest building, but it's an effective greenhouse, in my opinion. So, and these are my trees. We're seeing if they're gonna survive. Planted these in winter as well. So far, they haven't died. So we'll see. Gonna see if they sprout on me. Alright. Stay. Elk. Elk. Nope. No. Stop. 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 Elk. Dang it. Alright. We're gonna have to, like, wall you in somewhere. Come here. Okay, this elk. Apparently housing this elk's going to be an immediate need. Stay here. You have grass right here. Eat this grass. Alright, let's put some stuff away in the cellar here. Alright. This meat can go in here. I can stay with me. Grains in here. Why did I just hear a drifter? I shouldn't hear a drifter right here. Oh my goodness. I have Bowtorn in my charcoal pit. Bad Bowtorn. You see this? I don't know who thought I don't know who these Bowtorn were, thinking they could live in my charcoal pit. Good lord. Like, wait a minute. Why am I here in Bowtorn? I should not be here in Bowtorn. That was why I was here in Bowtorn. Alright. Go ahead and seal that up. Start converting some of these hides I brought back to leather. Go throw these in here just so they don't go bad on me. Very good. We got some prepared hides here. And we got a leather. There. There we go. Alright. Getting back into the swing of it here, folks. Alright, let's see. Elk. Alright, where's my fencing? This elk. This elk. Alright. Alright, elk. You want to live over here? You can live over here. That is fine. He just walked up the side of that building. Elk, we're gonna have to talk about your strange and unusual abilities here. I need some more fencing. Actually, I have an easy solution to this. Alright. Now. So that's going to be a bit of a problem. Come here, elk. Are you trying to, like, eat the chicken's food? Is that what's going on here? There. Nope. Get. Elk, how did you do this? Come here. Come here. There. Stay in here. I think I know exactly what's going on here. Alright. I know exactly what's going on here. The elk's trying to get to my pig's food. You can go here, flowers. Stay. Alright. Let's see here. I have some boards. Boards. So we're going to do this. Make a trough for the elk. And then, what is it for fence? Is it this? Okay, that's a gate, which I do need a gate. Perfect. Alright. So then this should be fence. There. Alright. Okay. Alright, elk. Causing me problems. There we go. I'm going to do some fence. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to move all this out a little bit. Make him a slightly bigger spot. There we go. Alright. There. I'm not escaping, elk. I'm tired of you wandering off. Alright, elk. There. You gonna stay? You stay? This elk. Alright. Let's put a gate down right there. And where's my other piece of fence? There it is. Why did I get 2 pieces of fence back from that? Do this. We're just gonna make sure you really stay in here, Mr. Elk. And then here's what I'll do. I got some food here, Elk. You hungry? You hungry, bud? There you go. How's that? That good? That good for you? Yeah? Alright. Stay. Alright. How you doing, pigs? You're still pregnant. Good. You're still pig. Got it. So, my pigs are doing good. I'm gonna have to add some more layers to my chicken coop here. Hot chickens. 2 fertile eggs. Those will hatch soon. And then it'll be time to pull the chicken. So, for those who may not have seen some of my other streams. So what this does is when the eggs hatch, the chicks fall down here, and they can get back up through that area over there. But basically, it lets me separate out the generations, so I can hopefully get down to generation 10 chickens sooner, is the goal. And then, once I figure out how I'm going to move them down here, this is going to be the area for my bighorn sheep, which I've captured. And actually, while I'm sitting here thinking about it, I'm going to make one more set of fences for my elk. That was not what I wanted. I just made the wrong thing again. Alright. There we go. That's fences. Good one. I know how to use the crafting grid. I'm not having you get out of here, elk. You keep trying to wander off on me, and I don't like it. Oh, I was like, what did I just do? I broke the line. Okay, that's fine. Alright. Let's do one more. Alright, let's see here. There we go. And I think one more set will do it. Mostly because this elk keeps trying to wander off on me. He doesn't understand stay very well. There we go. Alright. Alright. I'll take this fencing and I'll go around the top of the chicken coop with some of it. There we go. The main reason I'm doing this is because bears and wolves and things, they can get on top of this if you're not careful. Because the bears can go up like 2 high or 3 high. I think it's 3 high technically. And we don't want the bears getting in here and eating my chickens. Because they'll eat your chickens, they'll eat your pigs. So it's something to be careful of. Yep. There we go. Alright, come on. Hopefully this is enough. If not, I've got plenty of stones I can use to make more fencing. There we go. Alright. Close enough. That should keep most things out until I get this side finished being boxed in there. But I'm just excited because... Oh my goodness, you're a loud boy, aren't you? You were a loud elk. But you're a good elk. That's you are. And just make sure you really don't get out of here. We're going to put an extra fence in. There we go. An extra piece of gate. I'm going to make sure the elk really stays. Alright, let's offload a few more things here real quick. Like this rope. I don't need this rope anymore. No, I don't really need these instructions to get the lazarette either. I have a rope stacked right there. Alright, do I have fat in here somewhere? Where do I store my fat? I think my fat's in the pantry. So this is our nice, lovely, yep, there's the fat cellar here. How many days I got left on this turnip stew? Congratulations, turnip stew, you're going in here. Just because you'll last a little longer that way. Alright. Next on our list of things to do this evening is evening time for me, folks. The first things first, let's put away our gears. So, money storage can go in here. Put money in there. These bones can go over here. There we go. Alright. Now, what to do next? So I kind of completed the major goal with get the elk. Let's get an axe and a shovel. And see if we can't start moving the sheep down this way. Do I have an extra axe, or am I going to need to make an extra axe? Well, I have the shovel, so I'll take the shovel. Well, that shovel is almost dead. That's an iron shovel, too. Alright. Let's see here. Tongs. Hammer. And let's get a little bit of coal, so I don't have to use my charcoal. It's too much. Let's just do one. One's enough. There we go. I'll grab 2. There we go. So one coal is enough to heat up any item you're going to work on, enough to work it. Particularly, especially in this case, since I'm using brown coal, which has, of the native coals, I think besides the andesite, I think it's got the longest burn time. Because the andesite's got a burn time of, 196 seconds, so that's the longest. But this comes in second there, basically. Making it very effective, with black coal being, well, actually black coal's slightly longer. Never mind. I stand corrected. Brown coal's cheaper, though. But charcoal's the shortest, but it has a higher burn temperature. Know your fuels. It's very important in this game. I'm going to put the shovel in here for now because I don't need it on my hotbar. Once these are heated up, we're going to make a shovel and an axe. And then we're going to start working on getting our sheep moved down this way from the hill. Unfortunately, they are too wild for me to use a rope to lead them down. So I'm going to kind of have to, like, lure them in. And you're going to be the axe. There we go. Probably more efficient ways for me to do this, but, it is what it is. Alright, move this one down. We just need one more. Alright. Axe acquired. And you're going to be a shovel. Where's the shovel? Shovel, there it is. There we go. Almost done. I like how fast it is for shovels here. And for those who are just joining the stream, one of the things I did get while I was out and about, getting my elk, was the stuff to start doing steel processing. So, more specifically, I needed the stuff to make refractory bricks, which I grabbed some of the stuff for that while I was out and about. There we go. Alright. Put the hammer away. Tongs. No, I didn't mean to pick the hammer back up. Put the tongs away. There we go. So that's all good to go. Alright, so realistically, what I just need is my saw. And some wood. I'm out of boards. And I don't need the packed earth. There we go. That should be enough boards to kind of do what I want to do. That away. And I'll grab the shears, because we can use those to get sticks. And then, what else do I need? Do I have any low fertility soil stashed around here? I do. Take that with us too. Low fertility soil will be good for helping move the animals around. What time is it in the game? Yeah, it's kind of late in the evening, so what we'll do, put the character to bed and let the character sleep through the night, and then we'll go investigate our sheep. Because again, the goal is to move our sheep south here to get them into the pen, which I'm still working out the exact hows that we're going to do that with, but we're going to do it. We'll figure it out. What I might need, I've got enough stuff. I can make some. There we go. We can make a hay bale, which will let us lure the sheep. How you doing, elk? Good. I don't know if the elk actually eats hay bales. We'll find out. Alright. Yeah, I hear you, Rooster. But welcome to the stream, folks. Feel free to ask questions and talk. Just going up here to check on my sheep that I captured. Make sure a bear hasn't, like, moved into their house and eaten them or something. And we're also going to start working on moving them down towards their permanent new home. It should be down here towards my base. It's going to be a slow process. But I gotta get them down off the mountain up here. The other option would be to keep breeding them until I get a generation that is, you know, tame enough for me to actually move them with a rope. That'd be the other option. That would take a long time. Because I forget what generation level it is. You can start moving the sheep around at. I think it's 3. I'm only at 1 up there. Yep. Alright. Let's see here. They should just be up this hill a little bit. Oh, here's some wild ones. Yes, yes. Alright. Yeah, there's a bunch of them up here. Including, like, ones I haven't captured. It might almost be faster to capture those 2 wild ones. That would be a shorter distance for me to have to deal with. Okay, the other ones are, like, way up this hill here. Sure, goat. Felt I just heard a goat. Yeah, here are my sheep. I've got like 4 rams in here. Let's see here. One of these. Let's see here. That's a wild one. One of these is actually a first generation ram. It's gonna be this guy in the middle. Yep, generation 1. There he is. Alright. Yeah, so originally what I was trying to do is, while that one was still lamb, is I put this box trap in here. This reinforced crate trap. This isn't on the wiki, but I did a bunch of research on this. And as best as I can tell between the wiki and the forums, while this can catch, like, baby deer, it can catch, you know, piglets and other larger animals, it cannot catch the bighorn sheep, not even as lambs. So this was unfortunately a wasted investment on my part for using this trap for this purpose. So what we're going to have to do here, this is why I brought the axe, because I'm going to... Actually, I don't really need to use the axe to do this, but I brought it anyways. We're going to have to slide down here. Can I get my thing back here? Because I'm going to try and get these things. Nope. Don't attack me, please. These guys are kind of aggressive. I just want my stuff. Nope. Yep, see? They're already trying to headbutt me. Alright. What I can do now, that I've kind of cleared that out a little bit. Let's get my shears here. We're going to clear out some of these bushes. Get a few sticks. What am I doing on sticks? Well, it got me some. So one of my commenters actually was telling me, and I've tested their theory on this, and it seems to be fairly accurate, that while the shears will break through the leaves and branches and all of trees faster, in the sense of, like, you can do large groups of them faster, an axe actually has a better rate of return on sticks and seeds. As just a little curious point there. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this dirt, and I'm going to go like this. Yeah, because we're going to need at least 3 high. So these guys can go up like 2 real easy, so we have to go at least 3. And we're just going to keep going this way with it. Go. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, so we'll come along here. This is why I brought my shovel. I'm going to need just a little bit more dirt in this. So basically, we're going to just kind of shift the pin down. Yeah, so we'll have to get that 3rd layer up there. I need one more. One more dirt. There we go. And then what I can do is come up here. Yeah, that wasn't what I wanted, but this will work. Throw that down. Throw this down. That in there. There we go. So now there's some food. I'll just knock out this block of dirt real quick. That block of dirt, because I don't want them getting out of here. That should be enough to keep them in here. And I'll just knock these 2 out for me to get out real quick. And then hop back up here and not fall down into the pit this time. There we go. And that should let them through. And theoretically, they should go in there to get the food. I just need like the female and one of the males to go in there. I don't really care about the other 2 males. There we go. Come on, female. Go in there. Go in there. Go in there. Go in there. There we go. There. All right. I got the 2 I care about. Oh, hello. Apparently that was not high enough. Good to know. Ah, alright. So we need to throw, like, an extra bit of dirt there. Ow. Okay, well, I'm under attack. Okay, well, this has just gone. So, I messed this up, so we're gonna, you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna capture them again. It's fine. We got this. It's fine. We can work with this. I didn't need this area anyways. It's fine. So what I'll do is build another trap, lower down, and capture those other sheep. I'm not going to fight these 2 over this poorly built trap. That's fine. Because I know where there's a breeding pair closer to my base. Alright, let's see. Since I don't need these 2 anymore. Hey, how's it going, sheep? Why is the female back in here? Did you quite literally, like, trap yourselves back in here? Yes. Alright. This is not the most effective way to fight, but it'll work. letting me get rid of these two that have been causing me problems. Can I hit you all with the sword? Yes. Come here. Get closer, please. There we go. Oh, okay. So you're going to be just a hair aggressive. Got it. Just have to stay away from her. Come on. Let me have that. It's fine. The good news is, if I can catch the other male that escaped, you know, she'll go right back into the pit with him. Nope, nope, you stay over there. Good sheep. Alright. Attempt number 2. Let's go ahead and free you from your little pin here. Come on out. Your friend went down this way. He's over here. Okay, we're gonna go catch these sheep down here. Alright. New plan, because there's also the 2 that were down this way. So if I can catch the 2 down this way, that'll be closer to the base anyways. Do I have enough hay bales for this? Get one more. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, come on, sheep. I'm gonna get y'all a new home down this way. Alright. Let's just find the 2 that were down here. I walked past on the way up. Because the cool thing, again, you only have to catch the male. If you can catch the male, there they are, right there. The female will follow them right into the pit. Alright, so let's come over here. We're just going to cut out a little area right around here. I don't want to necessarily mess up these carrots, but we'll do it right here. This will be a good spot. So, what do we have here? Just andesite stones? Okay, I don't care about the andesite stones. Let's get ourselves a little pit here going. We're just going to go around the edge with dirt. Come on, out of my way. Burns. Yep. Okay. Go. Let's see if we can get it deep enough. Like this, right here. Yeah, that'll be fine. So we'll just go over this way a little bit. Go. And what we can do is come in here. Take this out. We'll put this down right here. There we go. Right. Back up. We'll go around the top here. So is that 3 down? Yeah, that should be 3 down. Alright, and then we can just come over here. Come on. Let's give them enough space here. And what we'll do is get some hay in there. There. Alright. Now, theoretically, our sheep should move happily into that spot. We're going to back off a little bit, give them a little bit of room. Oh, there's the female. You going to go in there for me? There you go. I'm going to go over here and grab this grain while they're moving over there. This is my bear pit, by the way. This is where I hunt bears. Because there's a bear that likes to spawn in this area. I like to just lure it over into this pit and fight it. Let's do that. Feed my character. There we go. Alright. Grab this seed here. Just plant these tree seeds as well. Let's see here if they've moved into the pit for me. go. No, I don't need the chicken. Well, I caught a chicken. But, so there's our sheep. Beautiful. So, our house is just over that way. We can see the thing there. So now the trick is going to be, we're going to have to move them over there. So what we'll do is we'll try and do what we did before here, and we'll just bring our wall out this way. This time, instead of messing up and not going 3 high from the get-go, you go 3 high from the get-go. There we go. Go. Knock these branches out here. Oh. I have some flax growing here that I didn't know about. There we go. Alright. And we even have some... Is that mature flax? It's almost mature. Alright. And apparently there's copper right here that I have somehow missed. Alright. Been all over this place. I've just overlooked both of those right there. Okay, you two. I need you two to, like, go over this way. Chicken. What are you doing? This chicken, yo. Alright. I don't need this plant. Go. There you go. Alright, so what we're going to do is go down here. I'm going to knock out this block. No, not that one. Can knock out this block. There we go. Because I'm gonna grab our animal feeder here. Alright, I don't have enough space. Nope. I just want my animal feeder. I didn't want the block of dirt. Come on. Animal feeder. Okay. It is not going to make my life easy, is it? Alright. So we'll throw a block of dirt right back in there. Let's go finish building this side then. Wanted the animal feeder. But it's alright. We'll work around it. And let's see here. Knock out this plant here. Go. I suppose I could also be doing the whole thing I planned on doing of, using boards and sticks. That would have been the smart thing to do, wouldn't it? It's alright, chat. You can tell me when I'm overcomplicating things. Wait, how'd they get out? Oh. Lord. I am a fool. That is what happened. Alright, well, that's fine. Okay. Okay. That's what I get for not using this fencing to begin with. Alright. Alright, we got this, though. We got this. Alright. Come on. Almost there. Okay, then what we'll do is we'll grab our... Okay, I'm just going to plant these seeds. Get these things out of my inventory. Let's see here. Where's a good spot? Here's... Got a tree there. And... tree there. There we go. Okay. Come here, you two. I got food right here for you. Come on. Where'd you go? Sheep. Sheep. Okay, here they come. Here they come. Yeah, these guys really don't care about your presence. They don't care if you're around. That means nothing to them. Go on. You have to go in the hole. Come on, sheep. In the hole. Okay. At least they're in the hole. There. Yeah, these sheep. These sheep. Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to just keep repeating this process here. This time I'm not messing it up. Alright. Nope. Not you. Not there. Alright. The good news is they can't, as far as I'm aware, jump too high fences. Alright. Come on, sheep. I'm gonna get you moved in to your new home. And then everybody will be happy. And I can quit chasing animals for a bit. Alright. So let's come down here. Realistically, what I probably should have done, and I actually have the materials to do this, is we'll make a second drop. This might actually be the smart plan here. That way I can do things like this. There we go. And I can go like put a fence piece there. Because I can also just use things like these vegetables and all, but I'm just going to use that. There we go. Come down. And then what I can do is basically come back here and like break off some of this fence here. There we go. Now with any luck, it'll move in there. Come on, sheep. Y'all go over there to the food. Go to the food, sheep. Go on. I put food over there for you. Go to the food. You sheep do not listen well. I mean, part of it's also they've eaten recently, so. Can I actually reach this through the fence? No. Oh, wait. Here comes one of them. You gonna go through there for me? You gonna come in here? Male gonna come with you? Actually, this might be an opportune time to separate them. I think this might be an opportune time to separate them. Ah, you were in here. You were in here. Y'all are just trying to make my life hard, aren't you, sheep? Okay, note to self. Bring a gate when doing this next time. Knock out this one. There you go. Look at that. Lots of food in there. Yeah. Lots of food in there. Come on. I need you two to go in there. You're thinking about it. Do I need to, like, break out this fence down here? That help? Okay. Email's going in there. Actually, I could do this. I could do this if I don't mind getting hit a couple times. There we go. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Yes. Alright. So we've got them separated now. This actually makes this a little easier. Yeah, you live in there now. Alright, so we've separated the two sheep from each other. Meaning I can theoretically now just move them one at a time. Alright. So I'm going to quit messing with the sheep for a bit and go back to the house and offload some stuff. Like these vegetables and things I picked up. Now that I've got the sheep separated, because now all I have to do is continue the grand plan of moving them over here. They're a lot closer than they were now. So I could theoretically just move my sheep pen to, say, like, right here. Would also work. But for now, the goal is to make that building over there the sheep pen. Okay. Chickens, I know you all are scared of something getting in here with you. So we're going to fix that right now. That elk is loud. There we go. Grab a couple more fences for you guys. There we go. And if we just go along the edge here. There. That'll keep everything from getting in there with y'all. Y'all behave. Pigs are doing fine. How's my elk doing? Elk, you doing good? You being a good elk? Yeah. You ate all your food. There you go, elk. Good elk. Good boy. Alright. Let's go offload some of this stuff here. And let's see here. Put the rye grain in here. Nope. Add to the rye grain, please. There we go. And put onions in here. And I'm going to have to put all this meat in here just to keep it fresh. Same with these hides. There we go. Oh, forgot to put the carrots away. More fat and carrots. Oh my. I've actually maxed out a full stack of carrots. Alright. Feed my character because I keep forgetting to do that. It also doesn't help that my hunger bar has been tanking quite a lot from getting hit by the sheep and other things. There we go. Alright, hunger's good. We can go put this box away. Put these shears away too. Don't need the shears anymore. The other reason I'm kind of packing it in slowly but surely here, folks, is because, you know, I do have, unfortunately, an early morning tomorrow. We're going on a bit of a family trip. So I know folks who've been watching, they've seen me posting about, you know, my family is traveling and stuff recently. And that's because we're actually traveling on a 4-hour trip to go meet with a kid we're looking at adopting. That's what this whole thing's been about. And I feel confident in saying that because it looks like things are moving well. You know, we're getting along great with the kid. And, you know, our family is excited about adding another kid to the family. So that's what all the travel's been about. I know people probably been curious about why I keep missing weekend streams. That's why. So it's all good stuff, just time consuming. Because the kid does live like 6 hours away from us, so we're having to do a lot of traveling to meet them. Alright, folks, but I think I'm going to call this stream there. We succeeded in getting our elk. We've, well, recaptured the sheep after I let them escape. Technically, we captured a different set of sheep, but they're now closer to home. So, technically, the sheep have made progress towards the sheep pen, in that sense. And I want to thank everybody who's come by and hung out in the stream. I got 25 of you just hanging out in here, and it's really cool. Y'all are great. This has been a little impromptu Halloween stream for me on this Friday evening. For me, because I won't be streaming tomorrow like I normally do. I normally stream Saturdays and Sundays. But tomorrow we're going to have to miss out on that due to the reason I mentioned previously. But we will be back Sunday with another stream. So if y'all can, come around, hang out. Not sure if it's going to be Vintage Story. Might be. Still figuring that part out. Probably be Vintage Story. I tend to do Vintage Story stream on Sundays. But anywho, again, thank you all. This has been Thalan McRom, streaming my vanilla playthrough of Vintage Story. Making little bits of progress here and there. And y'all are great. So, we'll catch you in the next episode. And I hope everyone had a wonderful Halloween for those who celebrate. And if you don't celebrate Halloween, it's fine. I hope you just had a wonderful day. So, you all have a great one.